right, our next presenter, our next pitcher is Cathy Walker, and her title of her pitch is Technology Celebration of Learning.
So if I was in my classroom right now, this would be time for a brain break. You've been setting so long, but we're in a bar, so I don't know what you do. There's no music, I can't tell you to dance, so maybe chug it really fast or reach for your neighbor's drink or something, get active there. How many of you are parents in here? Okay, so even if you're not, I'm sure you can relate to this question. Sweetie, how was your day? What did you learn at school today? Nothing. That's the famous answer that you get. Well, at Western School District, we want to make parents aware what actually takes place in a classroom of today so that they can change the conversation with their children. We want to host a technology celebration of learning for our parents and students. The evening would be separate from any open house or conference day, so that way the parents come in with an open mind, it's not a rushed event, and it's another point of contact with the parents. The Technology Celebration of Learning will consist of 3 segments or 3 portions of the evening. The first part would be the celebration. We want students to have a chance to showcase and spotlight all of the work that they've done so far with technology, and not just for their parents to see, for everyone in attendance to see that and celebrate it. The second segment would be the education portion of the evening, and we would design that around a survey that we would send to the parents and the input from the teachers. And that evening, those segments would dictate what would take place during that time. It could be possible topics of digital citizenship, parent-teacher communication sites, safe devices to have at home, or good devices to have actually in the home versus a video game. The third portion would be the participation segment, and that's where our parents and students are going to play, explore, bond together using the tech and STEAM items that we have available in our district. The funding for this event is crucial for us to take place. We have 3 separate elementary buildings, so we would divide the money amongst the 3 buildings. The biggest portion would be spent on tech STEAM giveaways, because we want this to continue into the home. That's the whole purpose of the event. You heard everybody speak tonight about the importance of STEAM and tech and what it's doing for the students and the future that is involved with it. There's only so many educators. We need more help to continue with that, to make sure the students are on the right path. So we would have that section be the giveaways that the parents could take home with them and continue doing these activities with the students. A small fraction we would have for refreshments for the evening, because it will last a good hour and a half. And then if we need to hire an expert to come in, if the parent survey requests something that we cannot tackle ourselves in the building, then we would hire an expert to do that. The funds are a necessity for us at Western because we do spend all of our funding focused on what the needs are for the students inside the classroom. And this is a chance to focus those needs outside of the classroom, plus educate and touch our parents. All educators know that the parent component to a child's education is a huge benefit. And whether that's an aunt, uncle, grandma, whoever is raising that child, to have that component is crucial. So we need to equip them with the tools they need to support the digital learners of today. We're not naive to think that this is one event that's going to change that whole mindset, but it will get the ball rolling. Parents will talk to one another. Students will be excited about it. And then after that, we can have smaller specific events in each of our buildings tailored to the needs of the parents or the building at that time. Plus, having these 3 different models for our buildings, we can offer that to other districts in Michigan so that they can replicate or adapt it to them. So this is not just focused on one particular area, it's focused on educating technology the correct way for our whole community. With this event, we hope to change that conversation to be, when you say nothing, then you, as a parent, can now say, what do you mean nothing? When I was on Seesaw today, I saw you use this thing called stop motion to practice your spelling words. Can you explain that to me? Can you show me how to do that? Or how much longer do you have in Book Reader before your book is finally published? Grandma's calling and cannot wait to read your next story. What parent would not want a child who takes thoughtful risks engages in experimental learning, persists in problem solving, embraces collaboration, and works through the creative process. This is our chance to reach beyond the classroom, engage the whole community, and work together to develop the innovators, the educators, the leaders and learners of the 21st century. You heard everyone before me. This is a huge task, and we need everyone involved to get it done.
All right, wait. This isn't on. We've got 4 questions for Cathy. In the back, yep.
You mentioned that the technology they'll be using and that we're probably using it in the classrooms. Like, what technology do you guys already have and using and expect to share with parents?
We are fortunate to receive a grant, so we have in our, besides the district having at our elementary level, the students do have iPads, Chromebooks, and MacBooks that are available to them. We're not a one-to-one at the elementary, but my job, I was able to receive a grant as a tech person, and we have a STEAM lab. So we have anything from the maker part with Keva Planks, Makey-Makeys, we have Ozobots, we have where the students have practiced 3D printing, they've done dash and dots, so numerous amounts of things that we have available in the classroom for the students to use, but that's a short period of time for them to get honed on those skills or to get proficient on those or to build off of the skills they learned. For example, if I have them code with an Ozobot, that's not just coding with an Ozobot. Now you can code in all of these different areas. The skills that you just learned with coding tailor into every curriculum that we have, but we need more time for that. I'm a firm believer that every curriculum deserves more time. I'm not saying that we need to cut out math and science to do this. That's why I say carry it over into the home. You know that your students are going home playing video games or sitting in front of a TV. What else could they be doing instead of that?
Any other questions?
Yes.
I'd like to hear a little bit more about if you're packaging this as something that you would share out with the state. What's your vision for how you would share it out?
Well, once we go through it, and as I said, we have 3 different models to actually go through it, then that's the best part. I work very closely with our local ISD EdTech team, and then many other people in here. Brad, I've worked well with him before when he was on our EdTech team, and then our principal as well. He is one of my principals, I should say. My other ones are all in there as well, but he works great with his MEMSPA group and others to make sure that I can find the right people to make that collaboration, make that connection. I would not solely rely on just my social networking sites. I wouldn't think that would go as far enough as I feel that it could be. And I think events like this are wonderful. Presenting in an atmosphere like this, whether it was at McCall during the day to get that word out, is a great advantage as well.